luxury skincare can cost hundreds. But today I'm sharing the drugstore and Korean swaps that deliver the same results for a fraction of the price. Hello lovely people, welcome to my YouTube channel, Hey Spring Chicken. My name is Cordelia, and if you're a returning viewer, it's good to have you back. And if you're new here, welcome. We do things skincare and beauty on this channel, particularly for the mature lady. And today's topic, we're talking about drugstore dupes that can, at the very least, compete with iconic luxury products, but in some cases can genuinely beat them. And I say that with confidence because at one point or another I've actually tried most of these myself, some of them right here on this channel. Over the years I've tested everything from Estée Lauder serums, Charlotte Tilbury creams to the drugstore favourites, and some of them have surprised me, some of them have disappointed me, but they all taught me one thing: price doesn't always equal performance. So today I'm rounding up the Western classics, the cult favourites, and my personal swaps that I would happily recommend to anyone looking for results without spending a fortune. And that's what we're going to do today. Let's kick things off with some of what I would call Western classics, the most talked about luxury icons and their drugstore twins. And we are going to start with the Estée Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum, £65 or $80, versus the L'Oreal Revitalift Night Serum, which is £19. Now, Estée Lauder Advanced Night Repair is one of the most iconic serums of all time. I've tried it and I have even devoted a full video to it. At the time, my skin did not react well, and although that may have had nothing to do with ANR itself, my skin didn't react well, and I haven't been brave enough to try it again. But what makes ANR so enduring is its lightweight texture, hydrating power, and its antioxidant blends that help support the skin overnight. It's been reformulated multiple times and it is still a huge bestseller, and I know there are a lot of fans out there. Now, when I trialled the L'Oreal Revitalift Night Serum here on the channel, I was genuinely surprised at how good it was. It gave me that same plump, hydrated feeling that people raved about with the ANR, but without the premium price tag. It was one of those moments where I thought, hang on, maybe we don't always need to spend luxury prices to see results. And that was really the first time I thought about it. So there we are, £65 versus $19. My second iconic cream is the Clinique Moisture Surge. This is £42 versus the Neutrogena Hydra Boost, and that is only $13. Now, Clinique's Moisture Surge has been a favourite for many years. It's a light gel cream texture that sinks straight into the skin. When I tested the Neutrogena Hydra Boost, I honestly wasn't expecting much. But the first time I used it, it did feel almost identical to the Clinique on my skin. It was cooling, it was hydrating, and just refreshing. It's one of those budget buys that makes you stop and think, why am I paying 3 times the price when it feels the same? And even though the video I made didn't actually perform brilliantly, it's a dupe that really does deserve more recognition. My next product is Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, £79, and the absolute dupe is the Revolution Miracle Cream at £10. This one was fascinating because when I compared them, the ingredient list are almost practically twins. Now, it has to be said that Charlotte Tilbury has a good following, and I myself don't want to hear a bad word said about her. And her cream is absolutely gorgeous, especially as a pre-makeup base. But Revolution's Miracle Cream really surprised me. It did the job so well, I had to admit it's one of those rare dupes. Now, I don't tend to wear either of those creams anymore because I have found some that are better from our long distance neighbour. But anyway, it's a very good dupe. Number 4 is Crème de la Mer, and this is £200. Now the dupe alternative is said to be Nivea cream. This is a bit of a cold comparison and has been floating around the internet for years. Both use mineral oil, glycerine and lanolin alcohol as their backbone. They don't feel the same on the skin. La Mer has a more luxurious texture and, well, I would say a sensory experience, but the similarity in ingredients makes it a fun, budget-friendly alternative if you love that rich, occlusive style of cream. I have to say I don't like the Nivea cream at all, and I wouldn't have this as a dupe for anything, but that is what is being promised, that Nivea cream at £2 is a dupe for the Crème de la Mer at £200. My next Western classic is the Lancôme Genifique serum, and that comes in at £70 or $85 versus the L'Oreal Midnight Serum, £24 or $28. I haven't trialed this one personally, but beauty editors and dermatologists often call them near identical because Lancôme and L'Oreal share so much of the same technology. And if you've tried it, I would really like to hear your comments and what you thought and if they are a dupe. Now let's move to the Korean skincare alternatives, which, in my opinion, are some of the best affordable swaps out there. We started the Western classics with the Estée Lauder Advanced Night Repair at £65. I am going to give you a Korean alternative, and that is the Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Essence Water, and that comes in at £15 or $18. Where A&R is a classic hydration serum, the Joseon Essence layers beautifully. It gives what I would say is a lasting glow, and it never ever feels tacky. It's one of my favourites, and for everyday hydration boost, you can't do better than this. Number 2 is Lancôme Tonique Comfort. So let's just say it's Lancôme's toner. This comes in at £40 or $55 versus Dr. Saracle Kombucha Tea Essence, and that is £28 or $32. Lancôme's Tonique is such a classic. It's milky, it's a comforting toner that so many people adore. I tried it years ago, and while it felt lovely at first, I often found it sat a little heavy on my skin. When I later discovered Dr. Saracle's Kombucha Tea Essence, it was a whole different experience. Now, I know I have mentioned Dr. Saracle many times on this channel, and I will probably continue to do so. It is probably the best essence I have ever tried, and when I remember back to it, it was a totally different experience. Still nourishing, creamy in feel, but so much lighter. I would say more balancing on my skin, and it just worked with my skin in a way the Lancôme toner never really quite did, and it quickly became one of the products that I reach for and still do every single day. So if you love the idea of what I would say is a luxurious creamy essence rather than a thin toner one, and you want it breathable rather than heavy, then Dr. Saracle really does outshine the luxury counterpart by a good long mile. I love it. My next product is the Dior Prestige Serum, another pricey product. This is £200 or $230. And the dupe I would like to give you is the Numbuzzin number 3 Glow Essence Toner, and that comes in at £20 or $24. The Dior Prestige Serum is gorgeous. It's all about radiance and glow. But here's a fun fact for you. The Numbuzzin number 3 Glow Essence Toner was only the second K-beauty product that I had ever tried, and I had never ever used Essence before. And I paired it with the Numbuzzin number 3 Night Serum, and honestly, it totally blew me away. And whilst I actually prefer the Dr. Siracle Kombucha tea essence these days, I still often reach for the Numbuzzin number 3 essence, because it really and truly is a skincare game changer. And if you're new to Essence Toner, you will never ever look back and probably never use those expensive skincare toners ever again. Okay, editor's making a joke of the name of this one. This is La Prairie Skin Caviar Luxury Cream, and this is priced at £500 or $600 versus the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream, and that is £20. I have done a video about that as well. La Prairie's Skin Caviar is the ultimate in prestige textures. It's rich, it's plush, and it's a symbol of luxury, but around £500 for a jar. It's a huge investment. The Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream gives you a surprisingly similar and sensory feel with rice bran and ginseng and ceramides, but at a price that's accessible. Truly one of the gems of Korean beauty. And another plus for this, it is a great barrier cream. This is beautiful. So there we are. What's the takeaway? I suppose sometimes luxury is genuinely lovely, and I really love the products, the packaging, again that sensory texture. The whole experience can and does feel very special. But when it comes to the results, ingredients don't know whether they've come from a £200 jar or a £20 jar, and that's why I love exploring these dupes. And some of the Korean swaps really do beat the luxury version hands down, and I'm thinking the essences. So let me know in the comments which dupes you swear by, which ones you think are good value for money, and which you now use instead of those expensive originals. And if you liked it, and I really hope you did like it, press the like button and ding the bell, because when you ding the bell, it alerts you to content that we're uploading like this every single week. And subscribe, because when you subscribe, it lets the algorithm know we're doing something right. But in the meantime, if you've made it this far, I want to thank you and enjoy the rest of your day, your morning, your evening, your weekend, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you soon. Thank you.